Yo, people, good evening. Coming at you from the loud furnace cave. I had to turn off the stream real quick because I forgot to update the title of the stream because I'm done working on Halloween Forever comic stuff and working on some game stuff tonight instead. So that just confused me for a minute. I'm just gonna park on the home image for a second and talk for a quick little bit. See if a friend joins me. I didn't stream at all last week because of holiday stuff, and the holidays are done other than New Year's. Excuse me. I'm trying to pull up my chat on the phone.
City Giant, back to tell you about Dungeon Boss, the game I can't stop playing.
What the heck? I've got logged out of Twitch on my phone. Here we go. Cool. That was annoying. Whoa! Got attacked by a cable tie on my desk. I wasn't expecting that. So I was trying to... I was doing some D&D Skype with some friends the other day, and I was using the Blue mic, which is my new microphone, not the headset mic, and the furnace was super loud. Yo! Cablasto! Basement furnace was too loud, so I just switched over to doing the headset. I hope that isn't the case for stream. A bit of a new surprise. Put my hands up. I'm gonna be a little bit transparent. I'm still figuring out the green streaming background, but I've got the invisibility cloak for Christmas. That's what you see, or you don't see them. Cool invisibility cloak, a cloaking device. Yeah, and I was fighting with my streaming setup stuff in Open Broadcaster earlier today, trying to get away from doing the full window broadcast and doing a window broadcast again. But I just couldn't get the dang thing to be reliable. Channel is muted. That kind of stuff. Oh yeah, just have some stuff open so I can refer to it. Yeah, do you remember this cool spooky church tile set we worked on a couple weeks ago? That was cool. So what I was going to do tonight is maybe work on some enemies for that place, that spooky place. And my buddy Dan requested a frog to be in the game, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool if the church was populated by frog people masquerading as priests and stuff. I don't know if I'll have exactly that, but I thought it was kind of a neat concept that I'm going to get for a little bit. And I'm looking out cold, so I don't know if that helps at all, but it makes me feel good. And also, messing around with Aseprite. Aseprite. It's just called Aseprite. It's this thing. So I'm gonna try doing some animation in there. I figure it's going to take me a little bit of learning. Cool. Yeah, man, I keep listening to Blasto. I keep listening to the same music just because it doesn't zing me on YouTube when I upload it for the egregious copyright thing. Other stuff. This is still just some perturbator. Other stuff I listen to. Gets me zinged. Music is super loud. Good to know, thank you. Let me turn that down. I feel like... Let me know how the volume is now. How's the volume now? Let me know. I'm just gonna camp with my head underneath the color palette for a minute because it's cool. It's better, ... Could be better. How's that? Let me know. I'm wondering if I keep messing with my settings somehow, or if it defaults when I turn it off. Just because it'd be cool to not have to do the configuration dance every time. But that's okay. I'm not a pro streamer. Cut it to 20%. Here, I'll put it down to 14. How about 13%? How does that sound? My voice might not be projecting so well tonight because I have a frog in my throat. Get it? Because I'm making a frog. I'm making a little frog man. Sweet. I need to. This is similar to Photoshop, but different. I like it. That's similar. Sounds good now. Good. Do you understand? Because I'm drawing a frog, and I also have a metaphorical frog in my throat. I wonder if this guy should be fully bipedal. This might be tricky. Yeah, this is the new pixel art program that I picked up called Aseprite, and it's I was messing around with it a little bit before starting the broadcast. It seems kind of cool. Has some good features. The main one, which I'll show in a minute if we get to some animation stuff. Yeah, this is the Jizz Blaster frog, Blizzjaster. I thought I could be down for a little frog man in my life. No, it's different because instead of having... I need to see how this works because I'm used to in Photoshop just... Actually, I'll just bring that up because it's... I don't think I have it. Yeah, so I'm used to in Photoshop, say on a given layer, I have like this fire effect, and I have different frames of the fire effect on the same layer, and I don't think the animation is set up to preview in here, but that also dovetails in pretty well with how I import animations to GameMaker. So I'm gonna do a little test tonight and see if I can get it flowing in pretty easy, and if it winds up being a pain in the neck, I may just go back to Photoshop, but it has some good animation preview stuff which I want to be able to use, so we'll see how that works. Man, bourbon is so tasty. Oh my gosh. 2 months ago. Kind of color check this guy against Pumpkin Man for complexity. Got itchy beard. Feels like my tablet's lagging a little bit. I wonder if it actually is. If I'm just imagining it. Oh shoot, you know what? I completely forgot. I got a bunch of Drippers music from Mike that I was going to use for streaming on stuff. I wonder... Damn, my thumb drive's upstairs. Christmas was good, man. It was busy. We traveled a lot, and I think we had a good time. Everybody is grateful to be home, relaxed. I think the kiddo got a little tired out by the end of it, but you know, that's how it goes. How about you guys? How was your holiday? This guy's just gonna be plain old frog. Oh, I wonder if... Alright, I'm gonna have to push some buttons. Onion skin, sweet. Good, a good holiday. New frame, Alt-N. Oh, cool. Alright, sweet. Yeah! Huh, interesting. PS4 stream. I wonder how much stuff the PS4 has going on in the background. Remove tag. Okay, I don't really know what I'm doing. But it's exciting. Alright, cool. Yeah. Downloading Battlegrounds will probably be a big one. Oh yeah, we got to see Star Wars. No spoilers, but I think we enjoyed it. Alright, I know I enjoyed it. I think Marlene dug it too. Yeah, it's clicking on the tablet. Seems a little crummy for some reason. As weird as it sounds, I'm switching over to the mouse. Yeah, I liked it a lot, man. I felt like it was... Alright, I felt like it was a pretty good return to some of the like old school Star Wars stuff that maybe has been sorely missing from the more recent update films. I liked the inclusion of you know, old school heroes. I don't think it didn't feel tacked on at all. It felt like, you know, pretty justified and essential. And it like really makes the story about kind of like this crazy family legacy, which is pretty sweet. So this is the thing about a sprite that I've been wanting to mess around with that I really like is so the animation preview window, this little jobber over here, it has a play button on it, and I can what does that do? That's cool. Yeah, this. So I can play... This will just loop and play the animation preview as I'm going, and it will let me... Well, I can keep making edits and adding new frames over here. Good to know. I can make edits over here, and it will live preview the thing right there, which is pretty cool. I think I'm gonna have fun with this. I know it looks like hot dog barf, but there's not too much going on in there. I don't know if I like the marquee selection tool. I wish it would do a... It looks kind of giant and crazy. Oh, oh, Merry Christmas, Kim. Queen, Internet Queen. Cool Internet kids. What's that? Anytime you're doing a new program, you gotta learn the keyboard shortcuts. Nope. Alt N. Cells. There goes the furnace. Freaking monster. Just disable that for now. Someday I'll figure out some sound blocking stuff for all the big monster furnace in the background. Crazy thing. I actually feel like I should make the background a different matte color than black right now, so I can see the fill areas. So that little guy. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I wish I had a nice quiet space to do this in, but I'll have to see how much space it would actually take for me to craft together a sound boothly thing. It would be hard because I don't think I'd be able to stand up in it proper. But I don't know. Maybe it'd be fine. I might just start with get some moving blankets and just kind of do a little Persian market action down here. Hateful Eight. I'm not gonna rush out to see that. No. That's probably a Netflix watch for me. Yeah. It's great, guys. Ugh. Help, I'm suffocating. Why did I sign up for this? I wish it was like a Flash playhead or After Effects playhead. Jobber. Move his arms around a little bit. Let's keep that preview going. Good or bad, it'll be fun to watch that little thing happen. Yeah, the moving blankets I feel like would be a good first bet. I had a bunch, but they got tucked away in some move. I don't know exactly where they went off to. Hi Kim, I've got my invisibility cloak. I can't say necessarily if I am. You know, right now I'm not really in love with Aseprite more than Photoshop, just because it's like I feel really clunky in it because I don't know what I'm doing. But that's just part of the. Turn that off. It's a little distracting. That's part of the. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. Learning. But that's the tricky thing of me doing this sort of thing online. My work time, or some of my work time at least, is food for the internet. So I gotta do my learning in public a little bit. But it's not terrible. Yeah, I wouldn't say. It's like this weird like force of habit I have. Like anytime I'm trying to measure a year, or like any matter of time, I look at my watch. Like, all right, what year is it compared to what year I started using Photoshop? I would say definitely. Yeah, it's like going from like 15 years of gradual knowledge with Photoshop to like 2 hours of Aseprite. I'm like, oh, it's new, but I wanted to give it a shot. I know a lot of people that are trying it out, and it seems like a nice little program. For $10, it's kind of hard to pass it up. This guy's run is going to be super slidey. Needs some gravity, some impact. Yeah, Harbor Freight. I gotta get down there. They have a lot of cool stuff over there. The Harbor Freight. They got it. They got a good thing going. There we go. I think. That looks kind of funny. Oh, wait a second, did it? Oh, I see what I did. I did a dum-dum. I edited the background. I thought it was cool that the program was somehow... There we go. Copying over my teeny little edits. Yeah, man, I love Harbor Freight. I'll go there tomorrow, even. Yeah, I could go into outer space. I want to, yeah, it's funny too, like, I've been looking at how some other people set up their channel intro and outro stuff. And, whoops. I know my buddy Devin he does this cool floating head trick at the beginning of his. Because, actually I don't know if he can, I might need to have Open Broadcaster queued up. But I know I can hit the function keys. Let me see, I wonder if it actually... Yeah, see, I can hit the function keys and toggle... I have, like, hotkeys that I can toggle between modes. Oh, that's the other thing, too. If I, like, cast shadow on the background, it causes, like, part of it to appear, which is kind of cool. It was good to see that I can test it. So, yeah, I can toggle the function keys and, you know, switch between, like, here's a picture of my head over the art application. Here's a picture of my head floating outer space. Here's a picture of my head over my logo. People love it. So there could be some cool tricks to do there. This guy looks like such a little spaz. Need some intermediate frames. Can add one right here. Alt N. Keep unlinking these. Alright, what's going on? Boom. Dang it. What's going on? Weird. So weird. Yeah, even just trying to figure out what this or that highlighted means. Yeah, man, that's cool. It's always nice when little timing things like that line up. Whoa, this I don't know what this marquee is doing. It's really intense. Alright, this is good. Now he's getting like a little kick. I want him to come down further on one knee, though. Oh, shit. thicker. It's gonna come lower. Let's try and pop up a little bit. And then by, whoops, looks good and crazy. I'm probably not going to move his arms for this next frame. That way, oh, that looks super schizo. How would they add like a little bit of visual consistency?
It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. And it absolutely will not stop. Ever. You are dead.
Stop that preview. It's driving me kooky. Kick, down, stand. Oh, because right, he crosses his legs over. What a goof. Number of frames for a walk cycle, it kind of depends. I think Pumpkin Man has, just open it up. Pumpkin Man's got a walk cycle. Where is it? Entities, stuff. Right, so Pumpkin Man's got a longer walk. It's not too long. I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames, but he's got some extra bells and whistles. Like he's got a 6-frame walking while firing state, so he'll just swap into one or the other depending on if you're shooting or not. Chainsaw Maniac guy has a 4-frame shimmy. So does the Necromancer. The green regular skeleton guy has a 4-frame shimmy shake thing, and I was thinking that the frog guy might have a little bit more developed. He might have like a 6er. I think that's what we're getting to. Oh yeah, actually the Chainsaw Maniac has a 4-frame walk and a 4-frame run. So what happens is when you get close to him, he switches into the run. But really depends on what looks good for the thing. I feel like the less you can use to have it look decent, better. Sort of like a cheapo budgeting game. Skeleton Sprite was overlapping the coffin. Where was that? Oh, I just have stuff duplicating. Like this, the this PSD isn't like it's not set up to just like I press a button and boom, stuff exports and we're good to go. I have like things in place here, and bring up the timeline. I have stuff in place here in animating, but I'll like preview a section at a given time. And then, but usually to export these, what I usually do is I'll just make a selection, like, all right, this part of this layer is the, you know, the Bat Boss sprites, and then usually I have like a full, like an image strip that I bring into GameMaker. At least that's how I've been doing it. You can have it parse in like individual PNGs, but I feel like it's easier for my file management just to have like a PNG that is like an image strip of what's going on in there. So there's stuff like overlapping, and there's, you know, even process stuff that I haven't used yet, like this weird dumb Ewok thing, and this like floating skeleton guy, discarded stuff for now. Maybe not discarded forever. I made this big skull guy. He'd be fun to use. I don't know. I don't want to add too much more stuff to the game, because I also don't want to increase the price of it. But I feel like for putting it onto Steam, it's worth a couple of little bonus things. Oops. Press shit. Oops. I think this guy needs a shadow color. On his leading leg here. There we go. And we're charging up. At least I turn off the dehumidifier so it isn't so insane down here. Oops. Yeah, I would love to get away without having to like build an actual enclosure. And I'm like looking at my ceiling right now, I'm not sure how to suspend stuff. I might just need to build like a little frame jobber. It's gonna look like such a little bum house down here. Yeah, the big skull thing was cool, but that guy was starting to get maybe out of the color scope, if that makes any sense. Just like, especially compared to, actually, looking at that version of Pumpkin Man isn't necessarily like a super fair comparison. So I went back in the original game sprites and I added the second color, or the second orange color, to the inside of his mouth just to add a little more depth to it. But stuff like this guy might be a little too... He might have too many colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. I might be able to bring it down a little bit if I consolidate this like orange and or the pink and magenta with the eye colors. But I was getting a little too color happy. Starting to look a little too good, if that makes any sense. Yeah, these guys were definitely the secondary bosses were getting a little bit detailed for sure. It was time to pare down a little bit. Get back to the roots, like this cool shimmy shake frogman. And somewhere in the way, in the process, he's got a frame that's doing that stuff. This looks sort of busted. He's gonna need some lands. Yeah, Kim, the color limit was just something that I decided on early, where all the art has all the art is really limited, just because I wanted it to look like, it's not like a true, it's not a true like NES or Commodore 64 palette. It's a little bit more of something that's just kind of invented. But I wanted to keep the color space pretty limited, mostly just so I wasn't spending a lot of time going over the top with art, so I could spend more time just learning to program. And now that it's not so much, how do I do it, it's just a matter of doing it. It's I'm trying to make sure that I don't just feature creep the art, essentially, because it's something that I started with, so I want it to be consistent as much as it can. I know some of the newer stuff is going to stand out as looking new. Yeah, it's definitely retro stuff, and just trying to keep it all consistent if I can. So running a Jumping Frogs. It's kind of thing you might not even need that standing still state. Taking a hit when he lands. Might be good. Alright, I think I can see this working. I've got... Yeah, I really like the NES color restriction, just because you have, and I've never worked in it, but it's really interesting to me as far as you have, 3 color plus alpha per sprite, and when you understand that, you can look at a lot of games that were made in that color space and just see how inventive they really had to be as far as, this square to that square may have a different color palette. But I feel like a lot of the later generation games, you don't necessarily see that grid that was going on, but it's cool to me. Yeah, I'm not super sure what the frog guy is gonna do. I feel like it'd be cool if they ran around quick, maybe stood and blinked and then burped out a bubble, or they could just be little frog kamikaze guys. Feeling happier with this little run now, though. He's got a good long jump style. enough blink going on. Tiny little bit of like squash and stretch. And I like that, so the nice thing about this is he's got some group section. Call this run. So he's got a 7-frame cycle right now. I feel like 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like it's weighted more towards like this front leg kicking forward compared to that back leg kicking forward, which is nice because it gives it like a little bit of a. It's not like a fully even like 4 frames, 4 frames, 4 frames. There's like a little bit of a shimmy to it, or like a. It's favoring one side over the other, which gives it a little bit of a like a 3/4 rhythm. I don't know if that makes any sense. He's like a little more waltzy now than just looking like it was something that was completely tweened. What frame? His mouth gets wide. It gets narrow. It's fun working on pixel stuff because I don't mind working on the mouse. Again, it's a good break after like doing tablet and Cintiq nonsense all day. Little belly shift. Cool. All right, I'm digging this. Yeah, man, Cintiqs are cool, but I use a tablet at home, and I like that quite a bit. I've thought about doing an upgrade at home, but I've never been fully convinced that it's a necessary thing. But yeah, it did work. Kevin, if you want, we should grab lunch sometime this week. I don't know if you're around these days. Yeah, man, the cost is crazy. They are a pricey thing. Alright, so I wonder... Link cells, cool. So, I guess linking cells down here, it lets me make a change, and the change applies to everything. Yep, compared to me doing changes on individual cells. That's cool. I'm learning, Mama. Oops. Call that burp. Wait a second. Getting a little convoluted. Set group section. Oh, cancel. I get it. Boom. Nice. So I can toggle which one is playing. Alright, A-Sprite, I get the cut of your jib. Yeah, man, Ra-cha-cha. Ra-cha-cha. Well, hit me up on Wednesday if you want to go look at comics or something. We've got half day on Thursday. Thursday for the New Year's. Alright. So this guy's got a burp. He's got a burp real bad. See how this goes. Make it so yeah, I think I only do my comic shopping with Kevin essentially. Otherwise I'm not really that compelled to look. I gotta turn it into a make it a real reason. Look at this. It's so fun switching between these. He runs, and he just stands still. He's getting ready to fart. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the cut of your jib. A-Sprite. You got a good thing going. That preview's that's killing me. Levitating frog pants. Oh, he's starting to get swole. Frog swole. That's funny. Sometimes dumb little previews like this. That doesn't look good. Inappropriate. Bad frog. What are you doing? Yeah, Strong Museum has added... Sorry, I keep rubbing my eyeballs. Strong Museum has added some cool stuff. All like the video game exhibit stuff is really pretty cool. Also, what is it? Yeah, Swoleburger is open now. So, Rochester's very own wee little barcade. I don't think the bar is open yet. They're still getting ready on the liquor license, but it is a real deal. Sandwiches and video games and whatnots. I'm very excited. Can't you tell by the tone of my voice? Yeah, it just opened up. Oh man, that eye moving is too much. So's the mouth. Jeepers creepers, Frogman. Keep it under control. Maybe you can kick his leg out. Just get wider overall. Ah, man, it's the kind of thing I wish he was, if he was back in his sprite a tiny bit, I'd have his front leg go forward. Maybe that'll just look fine. Oh yeah, I can just do that. That looks better. Alright. Alt-N, new frame. Create new frame. Just look at the preview, it looks super dumb. Love that. Get your bones. A little bit abrupt. Oh, I just noticed. Huh, his one foot is longer than the other. Maybe it's okay. Trim that toe. Sorry, Frogman. Gotta keep your toe trimmed. Oh, man. Well, Buffalo's got the good games co-working space. I mean, it's not like a bar or something, but it's like a good cool spot to hang if you wanna meet some cool video game creeps. Talk shop a little bit. I think they do workshops kind of frequently. Yeah, I don't know, man. Even that is probably decent. Not terrible to do. They probably enjoy some of that. It's getting to see what they've got cooking up. Whoop. Seeing what people are up to, man. Hey now. That seems like an efficient way to do it. Paste it in. Huh. Shaping up. Operation Frog Barf. Whoops, wrong button. Save menu goes by so quick. It's hard to imagine it's actually doing anything. Alright, this might be something. Oh, I wonder. Maybe if I've got. Cool if every now and then one of these guys had a little crown on his head. I don't know what for. Alright, so this is a decent start. I wonder how I'm going to get this out of here. Import, export, sprite sheet. Beautiful. Beautiful, that's perfect. Layers, frames, all frames, that's exactly what I wanted. Awesome! Yes. So good. Alright, file, export. Import, export. Alright, cool. I'm gonna save a new thing. Just because this guy's got all the colors in him. Oh, actually. Got Mr. Run and Jump Frog Bump Pal. Here's something good. Can I say this as a GIF even? ASC JPEG GIF. I wonder if file format GIF doesn't support layers, frame tags. You can use ASC. Yeah. Interlaced. Animation loop. Animation loop. I want to see. Show me what we got. Because I would love to post some of the stuff to Twitter. Post a little GIF. I wonder if... Yeah, sweet. Looks like a thing. Indeed, looks like a thing. Yeah. Little shouting frog pal. Just looking at the chat for a second. When this guy is up on when Howling Forever is up on Steam, it's definitely gonna have the Windows version. Probably can still have the OS X version, and it might be a little more stable than the not necessarily stable. It might be a little more robust than the version that I have made myself, because I think Steam signs the application. But that's the issue I've been having, because I don't have an Apple developer certificate. Or I have had one, but I haven't been able to get it to set up correctly. So I would love to sort out a Linux version too, but I'm going to need to find like somebody to help me test it, because I don't have a Linux anything. And you know, I gotta do it right. I don't want to just publish something and have it never work. So a couple people have reached out to me as far as, you know, Linux people that might be interested in testing. So I will bug some friends when it comes to that. But ideally what's going to happen is I would love to, in a few weeks or sooner than that, have the current version up on Steam as is, just as early access, and then I'll add some features and more content as I go, and hopefully not take too long, just because I don't have unlimited time to do anything really. But that's okay. It just means you do the most important stuff. How do I change the document size? Properties. Size. Let me change it. Let me change the size. Oh wait, sprite size, canvas size. Oh. Now we're getting exciting. Sprite, canvas size. Oh my gosh. How is this different than sprite size? Oh. Cancel sprite size. 48 by 48. Oh, I see. I just made it larger. Okay, that's fine. Interpolation. Ha ha ha. Nice, man. Yeah. Hit me up, email me, and I can talk about some Linuxiness. I need to see. First, I need to see if well, I need to see what kind of exports GameMaker allows me to do. Remove these frames. Start back off square one. Because now we're making a big frog. Might be the boss. Might just be a large frog. I feel like Howling Forever could use some more, just like biggish enemies. Whoops. everybody is kind of just the same sprite size except for the bosses. Cool, dude. Yeah, I would love to figure out some kind of cabinet solution for Halloween Forever. That would be fun. I know there's a lot of documentation of it about it out there. Oops. That would be cool to do. That sounds cool, man. Yeah. Bar top cabinets. You'll have to let me know when you guys get something together, what your pricing might be, or just because it's interesting to know. I'm curious about that stuff. Hey, look at that. Line brush. I didn't realize I was using the line pixel brush. What is this guy doing? I wonder. Zooming in too far. That's funny. Oh right, I can scroll wheel. Scroll wheel zoom. Kim, the problem is I have a bunch of shirts in my attic that I haven't listed anywhere, and they're just collecting dust. I don't have a Halloween Forever shirt yet, and I don't actually have an Imaginary Monsters shirt, other than if you consider like all the shirts that I have to be Imaginary Monster shirts. I know I'm really need to get those listed on my website because they're not doing me any good sitting in a box. But it's just kind of, you know, what do I do first? Do I work on some game stuff? Do I work on feeding the old stuff and keeping that alive? It's hard to decide. It's very hard. But I might have maybe working on or getting some new shirts done soon, or even some reprints of some old stuff. It's still a little bit up in the air, but I will probably be able to talk about it sometime. sometime soonish. If it works out, we'll have to see. Mostly, I'd love to get the Ancient Astronaut shirt redone, because people have been asking me for that for a while. And if they haven't forgotten, I feel like they would still enjoy wearing it. Man, I'm not digging this big old dumb frog priest guy. The gooey lettering. Yeah, man, I will get some stuff listed. I'm trying to think what I've got going. I'm gonna see if I can switch to my dashboard real quick. I'm actually gonna go peek at my website to see what I have up there. I don't think I have any shirts. So this is me kind of in the process of I had an Etsy account, and then I'm no longer really supporting it just because it's easier / better for me to have a website or a store on my own website, because Etsy will expire listings on me, and I'm not the kind of person who has the time or the wherewithal to be actively moderating a shop full time. So I need to just have stuff be live and expire, or not expire, just kind of sit until somebody buys it, 2 months from now, whatever, a year from now. And but yeah, actually, I'm gonna pop this open real quick. And I'm on the spaz, so I'm just gonna make sure that it worked. Yeah. All right. So I'm at my website right now. Haha. And look, you can see finished Halloween Forever comics. There's the last page. It's so nice. There's a bunch of other stuff. Look, a video of me talking about a thing. That's so weird. But anyway, up here, at least I can tell you guys where I'm going to be putting this stuff. If you go into the sections, there's actually a little shop section on my website. Click on that. Ta-da! And up here I have some old screen prints, Eat World 2, and I started putting shirts up, but then I stopped because all of my inventory spreadsheet stuff is out of date. But I do have the Blade Ghoul t-shirt up there, and I'm pretty sure I have accurate inventory, at least as far as I know, that I've got at least 9 in stock. I think I have more of some different sizes, but I haven't sold anything from the website here. It's using the e-commerce plugin that I'm using through WordPress. There's a cool little full-size preview of it. If you wanted to be intrepid and cool, you could help me test it by buying it, but don't feel compelled, because I'm going to be putting up more shirts in the future, some old designs and some new stuff and maybe some reprints, but I feel like it makes sense to try and keep some stuff in stock. But the nice thing about this is everything is just controlled through my WordPress template, so I can put it up and not sell it for 5 years and it doesn't expire, and I don't pay any fees. So to me, that is awesome, because I love Etsy. I started out on Etsy, but it's too much of a pain in the neck. But measuringmonsters.com/shop is a thing, so it's cool to know that exists. But anyway, enough plugging my stuff. Actually, speaking of plugging cool stuff, this is on my desk. I don't know if you guys can see this cool book. It's called 100 Years of Soft Drawers. My good buddy Matt Leffler made this, and he's actually the lead developer on Death State. So, actually, I just want to make sure this is visible. Yeah. It's kind of shiny. I'm just popping this up so I can actually see it. Pardon the picture-in-picture. 100 Years of Soft Drawers. This is cool. A cool book. I'm just going to hide this down here so I can see what I'm showing you guys. Because I want to be like, isn't this book awesome? Don't you love these pages? But he's got this for sale on his Lulu account. You can look at some of like the weird Bizarro artwork, and it's actually transparent with the green screen. That is so cool. So this book comes with invisibility powers. But if you're curious about, you wanted to check out this book, it's really fun. He's a programmer and a cool art guy. Look at the invisibility powers. This is hilarious. Where did my face go? But yeah, you should check this book out. This is a cool thing. Cool thing made by a cool friend. It's full color. Lots of like weird little psycho surreal stuff. There, part of the stream can just be like what weird stuff is on Pete's desk. And I've got an Altoids tin too, and that's really cool. But yeah, 100 Years of Soft Drawers. You can read the title. He's got another book out called Soft Drawers that these are all self-published goodies. Lots of cool bootstrapping books. People making their shit. Makes me happy. Hello, stream. Hello, Twitch. Yeah, I'm not digging this big frog guy. He needs a big shake-up. Not digging it. Sorry, man. Killing him. Deleted. Much slow run and jump. Burp animation. Again, makes me feel better. So maybe instead of images flipped, yeah. Sorry, Kim. Sorry, the image is flipped. I flipped it because whenever I was looking at when I was trying to look at stream stuff and seeing the image mirrored on my end, it was really disorienting. So I did it for selfish reason. Selfish reasons. Maybe this guy can have a little crown. I'm gonna have to think of how these frog guys make sense in the greater scheme of Howling Forever. I think I've got some ideas. I think they can fit in okay. Yeah. Speaking of drunk. Some more delicious bourbon. I'm just gonna keep pretending it's cold medicine. Yeah, maybe they don't need to be dressed up like priests and stuff. It's just weird enough that there is like a little frog king taking residence in an old abandoned church. This actually has like tons of crucifixes on him. Then it's a little different. Whoops. Edit, flip horizontal. There we go. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, definitely Wart. The one of the guys at work has Wart as his chat avatar in the office. So, full disclosure, maybe I'm channeling a little bit of Wartness here. Give him some like fat rolls or pecs or whatever. Oh, he would be cool if he spat out little frog boys. Whoops. Goodbye. Goodbye, frog face. He's nice. He's a charmer. I'm learning. This is great. I feel like his eyes need to be leading. Gotta do a little. The lack of a lasso marquee right now is tweaking my brain. I'm not really sure what to do. I just live without it. Oh, how do I get switch to the eraser? His head is so crooked. Yeah, more levels to Halloween Forever. That's the plan. Yeah, I want to add maybe 2. I don't want to go overboard because it's the kind of thing where I want to add a little bit more to it, but I also want to just be done with the game and move on to new stuff. But at the same time, some of the things I want to add to Halloween Forever will be, definite like feature improvements that would roll into the next thing too. So it's the kind of thing where if I start working on something brand new, I'm gonna get caught up in content in a big way. But this way, if I stick to Halloween Forever for a minute, I can do maybe some like menu improvements and then leave and just like roll that into like the Game Maker engine or whatever it is that I'm setting up. And in a way that makes sense to my mind, but but we'll have to see. A lot of the stuff is going to be a little bit tentative. I don't want to make super big promises, but ideally we'll have a couple more levels, some like, you know, just like menu improvement stuff like audio toggle, music toggle in there. I'm going to try to mess around with setting up having some like different aspect ratio support, or different, at least, yeah, you know, because I think the game right now is in 3:4, which isn't necessarily the best. It was just kind of what I did first and wasn't really thinking about. So I might try to have a little bit of variability to that if that's not too much of a hassle. And I would love to revisit a more robust gamepad support than what I currently have, because it's a little bit, it's specific to really kind of just Xbox 360 format controllers, and maybe not much else, unless you go through like extensive drivers supports stuff on your end, which is kind of a hassle. And even like control remapping was something that I wanted to do from the get-go, but I just got caught up in it was taking too long to figure out, and it was turning into like a barrier, so I decided to just go without it for now. Yeah, I haven't done anything hands-on with shaders in GameMaker, but I've been kind of collecting some documentation on it, and I would like to mess around with it in the future. I know there's some cool things you can do that you know, would be pretty interesting. I was going to try and do something with them for, I was thinking about doing something with some shaders for the last Ludum Dare, second to last Ludum Dare, but I had to drop out because life was just too worth living, and I couldn't wrap up my entry in time without like sacrificing my entire weekend. And I'm probably gonna be sitting out on Ludum Dares in the indefinite future, just for the sake of like working on stuff like this. I feel like if I absolutely didn't have like another project that I could be working on, I might spend some time doing a little bit of prototype time, but it's almost like time better spent if I just put it onto something like this. I don't know. Maybe that isn't like totally the right thing to say. I think what is more likely the case is just it's hard for me to take like a jam weekend and say I'm going to do a game in that amount of time, unless we've got like a full like grandparents babysitting the kiddo for the weekend, because otherwise I'm just like trying to do everything at night, and I'm a zombie, and I'm being a crappy dad during that span of time, and I don't really want that. So, and I think also too, the last time I was trying to work on a jam entry with any like seriousness was it could have been like critical Halloween Forever time. I kept thinking, why am I doing this? I should just be finishing Halloween Forever. So that has kind of colored my my perception of time a little bit for recent history. But you know what? That blue doesn't really add anything. Ditch it. Oh yes, non-contiguous fill. Thank you, A Sprite. I like the cut of your jib. That's like one of the biggest things that that I started doing in Photoshop is toggling contiguous and non-contiguous fills, because it lets you do a really fast color replace. Like, let's say, so I disable contiguous fill bucket, and let's say I've got, so like the light green and the dark green, say like, alright, I wanted to change the dark green across the board. I could just do it with a click without having to open up a menu. And it's pretty fly, pretty boss, if you catch my drift. Versus contiguous, it's only going to do one little color island at a given time. It's only going to connect the stuff you have adjacent. Oh, purple frog would be really cool. Maybe we'll have to have a purple frog in the mix. This guy's looking pretty royal. Yeah, I love Loco Molito's stuff, man. He's super crazy. Really, really love any of those games. Oops. But yeah, Ludum Dare stuff is fun. It's like spend anywhere between like 2 and 3 days making a game, and do your best to come up with something cool at the end of it. There's always a theme involved. It's always fun, you know, definitely challenging, and you get to just see what you can cook up in the time you have available. It's really good for I mean, I really enjoyed it. I did a couple while I was still starting up Halloween Forever, and oh sweet, here's another good feature. So making a marquee and then being able to move it while you're holding down the spacebar. You can do that in Photoshop too. I like it when a program does kind of the same thing as Photoshop, because clearly that's what I'm coming from. It makes my life a lot easier. He's got a little shimmy shake going on. But yeah, it's nice to sort of just give yourself that time and say, I am gonna finish a project and ship it essentially to the internet. And, you know, really try to hold yourself to finishing it up, whether it's good or terrible, or, you know, even not finished, but just getting it to a point where you can say it is done enough to be, you know, worth showing even a little bit. It's good. There's a lot of you know, sort of maybe ugly or misshapen babies that come out of Ludum Dares, but it's always really interesting and exciting to see what people have made. And the community is really good too. There's a whole like voting and rating aspect to entries after they've been completed, which is really nice to participate in. I think that goes for about 2 weeks or so. Alright, this guy's having a good little freak out. Ooh, I wonder the animation direction. Oh, ping pong timing, yes. Yes! I love it. I love a little ping pong. I don't know, man. I like Aseprite. I'm gonna keep working with it. It's got some good features, and I think like the vocabulary lines up too with like the way I'd imagine a lot of these things being called. Alright, for an idol, he might be dancing a little bit too much, but that's okay. I probably just need to not move his feet. Yeah, man, them deadlines. Whoops. He's got kind of like a good... What? I'm a frog king. Sashes. Dangle. Do a wee little dangle. Maybe too much. God damn it. It's the dangle plus the angle is what's working against it. It's no good. Now his legs have all sorts of weird voodoo going on. This is so funny. I never get to see like how weird or crappy some of the process stuff is looking as it's cooking. So it's funny, it's cool, it's a little bit annoying. I don't know. Usually, I think I get to do more setup work and then look afterwards, which may not be, may still be kind of the preferred way. We'll have to see. Whoops. But I like this. I'm enjoying a sprite if for nothing else, but it's freshness. Alright. He's kind of roughed in. Needs some secondary stuff. Sash happening on the wrong frame. It's gotta happen on the extreme down. Or does it? I don't know. There's trial and error. Just a couple pixels here and there. I should cinch it up. I don't know, I'm just gonna ignore the sash for now. There we go. He's like light on his toes. Despite his bulk, he can move like a dancer. There's a frog king. These poor crappy little arms. Maybe they can like... chub down at the corners. Needs a new frame in the middle. It's nothing. Excuse me. Might be too much. Too much mouth. Hawaiian shirt. Yeah. He's really just a Hawaiian Punch mascot, man. He's Punchy. Punchy the Frog. Ribbit, you want a Hawaiian Punch? Whoops. Alright, let's see if we get that chub to droop a little bit. His poor arms are tweaking and freaking. He doesn't know what to do. Pause that for a second. Not sure if I like that mouth action that he's doing either. Alright, let me look at this guy again for some Inspiration and good feels. He's got his run, his burp. He's so simple and small. This guy's got 4 times the resolution. What a challenge. Whoops. File save as. So what's the difference between ASE and ASprite files? I'll have to test that out. I don't know. It's all Greek to me. Alright, I gotta tone down this mouth action. I kind of like how terrible he looks here. That might be better. I've got an idea now. Just have this weird little expression roll from one side of his face to the other. Almost good. Almost. That's the problem. Yeah, maybe not. We'll see. Keep pressing spacebar, expecting it to animate on the timeline. This little thumbnail got so teeny tiny. Eyes might be too crazy now. Oh my gosh. 1 step forward, 2 steps back, essentially. Arm chub is adding anything. Boom. Take that, chub. That's cute. It's like he's like blowing a little kiss. This freaking thing. There goes that furnace. Roaring into action. I feel like the mouse is too timid a tool at this point. I need to switch back to my tablet. Ah. Side to side is just too much. Too much, too much. What happens if we do this now? Very extreme. Crazy line. It's so crazy. Digit the side to side of the mouth too. Simpler. Well, it's easier to talk, guys, if I have some captivating chat keeping me engaged. I can only talk to myself sitting in the basement for so long. Before I forget that I'm not even alone. Well, thanks to you, Kim, you snapped me out of my reverie. Whoops. I'm making mistakes. Don't spare it, man. Lavish us in your humor. We wanna bathe in the unique terribleness of your jokes, or whatever it would be. I feel like this guy could use like a little more squash and streech. Whoops, let me just draw bad pixels all over everywhere. Man, I just gotta get rid of that crappy lip quiver. That shape is the one that I want throughout the whole thing. I tell you, it isn't easy being green. Haha. Blinking is too much. What else?
John Holmes is the biggest star in the history of the adult film industry.
What
There's
else?
a certain intrigue that follows him. After working in the heat of the lights and the glamour of movies, and being
Frogman.
sought after by countless women, does he step out of our fantasies into a life of respected charm and wealth? Or is he a character of lust and perversion, stalking the night for women and sex?
I gotta do something about that little robe. That can work. Just needs a tiny little bump. Tiny, tiny, tiny little bump, that's all. One more bump. One more bump. Oh, there we go. Orange flickering pixel. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Thank you. Kim, to help educate you, Horrible Podcast. They're some guys we met at PAX when we were showing Death State at our booth there, and they're one of the first press people to pick up talking about the game. So we really like Horrible Podcast. They're a good set of dudes, and you guys have really chill, engaging coverage, and I like the tone. And yeah, it's cool. I appreciate what you guys do. It's very fun. And yeah, I don't know. When you're done watching the Imaginary Monsters stream, be sure to check out Horrible Podcast on YouTube. And you guys do some stuff on Twitch too, don't you? I think I saw you had some broadcasts on your channel. There's so many different venues, man. It's hard to keep track of it all. But you just gotta make it all, I guess. It's tricky. I understand how tricky that is. Man, this mouth is a pain in the butt. It's the thing I realize with animating pixel stuff, so sometimes it might just be the way that I do it, is if I have like things moving too much, it can kind of just tend to look bad. Or just if you have like your lines not moving the right way, or moving too it's hard to explain. It's like if this like diagonal line, then like the horizontal in that orientation moves around too much in the wrong way, it just looks like it just jumps out to my eye. It's like really, loud. Now it's happening over here on the corner of his mouth, the mouth there. So it's like you try to like put in a bunch of cool animation tricks, and then just realize you just need to tone it down in order for it to look good at all. Pain in the butt. That's what it is. And you realize you could have just done it easier from the beginning.
Just read about him everywhere in all the magazines.
Ah, shit.
And the man does his business. John Holmes? Sure, everyone knows John Holmes.
There. Yeah, I like the new Gauntlet a lot. I was playing it a bunch on I was playing the PC version, and then it came out on PlayStation Plus, and I would be down to play that sometime. Look, if I leave the pixel brush in the wrong place for the frame, you see like a little frog pee-pee flicker. This game is really PG-17. Now you gotta watch out. The age rating, it just went from E to M. Everyone to mature. feel like his belly is just gotta get fatter when he squats. I think it's the same as the one on Steam. It's the the one by what's the name? It's the I can't remember. They start with a P. They did Magicka, and it's a similar kind of thing because the wizard in the new Gauntlet plays a lot like the Magicka wizards, but I like that a lot, actually. This tiny Peter, yeah. I want to watch you guys play Bloodborne and suffer, or I'll come over and play some Bloodborne. You guys can watch me suffer. I like Bloodborne. I gotta pick it back up again so I can play the DLC. Cause like every Souls game, I start it and then stop it, and then need to like fight my way back into it. It's just what I do. It's just what I do, man. Whoops. There you go. He's got some good bounce and chub. He's got friends in low places. So that's his idol. Such a bouncy idol. Whoops, let me add a new frame. I'm getting the hang of this. Look at that. Look at that new loop section. Alright, what am I doing wrong here? There we go. Belly bounce. Yeah, Paradox. Thank you. I picked up Mad Max 2. I wanna play it just because I've heard like mixed things, but I've also seen it get like a solid 7 out of 10 for most reviewing places. So I feel like it can't be so bad. You know, I just like Mad Max. I feel like if it's an okay-ish open world game, it's bound to be pretty solid. People be tripping because it's not Game of the Year. That's alright. There we go. Done. Complete. Cut. Print. Ship. I wonder if he's going to do the same Burpo routine that his little guys did. That could be nice. distracting me. Yeah, man. Frog King. Some kind of... I don't know if he's going to be the boss for a new level, but we've got little frog lads. They'll be running around the church. And they'll run around and they'll burp up stuff. And then got a big frog king. He might do a burp too. Right now he's just like why was I born a frog and not a man? Lamenting his froggy existence. Cancel. Oops. Yeah, tablet support in this seems a little bit iffy. That might be a complaint. A mark, a strike against Aseprite, but it's not terrible. It's also easy enough to just switch to using a mouse. Whoops. Yeah, green screen was a Christmas gift acquisition. Holidays, man, they're crazy. No, we had a good holiday, I'd say. Okay, let's see where this is going. Whoops. Yeah, it was, the green screen too was extremely easy to set up. That was an added bonus. I like when things are super easy to set up. I'll have to go back and fill in all the black lines later. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing a fill with and what I'm erasing. That kind of sucks. Could be worse. What am I gonna do? Oops. Oh, wait a second, there's... Alright, that's cool. I can toggle animation with the arrow keys. That's fun. Look at him go. He's got like a new workout routine. You can't keep up with me, Aseprite. I'm clicking too fast for you. Thanks chat mod. Thanks chat mod Cablasto for taking care of that spam. What do we got? Oh yeah, Ren 1, this is a thing called Aseprite. I don't know if you can see. Why don't we go to this? Sprite version 1.1.1 apparently. It's a pixel art, pixel specific program. It's pretty easy to use if you're familiar with Photoshop keyboard shortcuts, it seems. I think it was $10. It might have been 20, might have been 10. But it's, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's super cheap. Some people have been using it. It has like a nice animation preview for previewing while you're editing. I can edit in this window and then it'll do like a live preview over there, which is kind of fun. Yeah, the tiny mod sword. I'm gonna type in the chat real quick. Yeah, man, if, it is definitely not Flash, but yeah, dude, if you want to chat about pixel art stuff sometime, just drop me a line whenever. Whoops, I could send you some things, send you some resources and whatever, if you wanted. If you wanted. Good, now my voice is getting good and deep. All this bourbon is doing its work. Wrecking my vocal cords. Good and deep, like a frog's frog. A frog's frog. Poor little guy is tweaking out. Whoops, what am I doing? Too much from one frame to the other. Say let's go with it. Keep roughing it out. Can always go back and make it extra fine later. Oops. I'm gonna check how many frames the little frog burp was. So this is tricky because his frog throat is getting so close to his little man boobs. Those horizontal lines are not going to play nice. Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah, I realized we have had some pixel art conversations. Past tense, present tense, future. It's all blending in now. Frog King's got some moves. He's got the moves. Moves or moves? Oops.
I don't have those things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work, scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a
Getting
nickel's
weird
worth.
phone notifications I can't look at right now.
Some keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and nobody anywhere seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. You know, the air is unfit to breathe, our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs and our local newscast until today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes.
Oops.
That's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad. Worse
Losing
than
track.
bad. They're crazy. It's like
I'm gonna have to call it quits soon.
we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we see
Getting
is
confusing myself.
living room. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-built radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. Protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman. I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression, the inflation, and the
There we go.
all I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being.
I see. Keyboard shortcuts. So cool. Maybe this bubble just... There we go. Goodbye, man boobs. Just cover him up. Ah, that looks like crap, though. It's gotta go beyond. To look right at all. That just looks weirder. Hunker down on this frame too. Forgetting that. All good, dude. No sweat. Alright, 2 more. Frame it out. Now we're moving somewhere. This'll pop right up. Pop. Get his mouth open real big. It's going to be very, very, very exciting. Whoops. Pop, pop, pop. Yeah, man. Frog King comes with the magical power of hypno moves. If you can withstand the royal majesty. Except, yeah. His bottom lip isn't light green. Oh, you know what? Whoops. That's okay. There we go. There we go. His moves are happy. Everybody's happy. Maybe give him one more recoil. Get his eyes to bug out. Whoops! Don't want to move that around. There we go. Sweet. Nice little recycling of some frames. Definitely looks like a barfin' frog lord, Hawaiian prince, Hawaiian punch pal. Nice, nice. All right, what if I can? Oh, cool. That's good. That's fun. All right, cool. I'm just farting around with the the interface. But I've got some frog pals to contend with. I'm gonna try to figure out how best I could make some previews of these to post them on the internet. All right, cool. Animation shortcuts. That's good. Can if I select everything? It's only letting me play the individual things. Oh, but I can just take this. Sweet. Yeah, I don't need to do that. I can just do it here. Just play it straight from Sprite. Record a little video. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's all, guys. It's getting close to 12. Hope you all had a nice time. I enjoyed getting some stuff done and working with yous. I'm probably not gonna. I'm not gonna stream on Wednesday because the guys that I'm playing Skype D&D with, we usually play every other Thursday, and they wanted to play on Wednesday because of New Year's and all. So that's gonna bump the stream this week, but maybe I'll do might do a makeup on the weekend or maybe during the day on Friday. Doing some New Year's recovery or something. Might, oh yeah, it's all good, dude. Don't sweat it. Yeah. Pardon me, I'm just yawning. But either way, if I'm doing some stuff on Twitch or whatever, I'll post about it on Twitter. So you can keep an eye out there, or if you want to follow my channel, that will enable notifications. That will get you synced up to see notifications if I'm streaming. A little email to your inbox. But thank you guys for hanging out. I had a good time. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Do some more Halloween Forever stuff. Have a good evening. Stay warm. Bye-bye.